Hey everyone, Vitaly here. Today I will discuss World War III and nuclear threats by Putin. I will also react to two videos of a prominent YouTube creator, Meet Kevin. You can find those links in the description down below. First of all, we hear a lot about Putin or his servants threatens to use nuclear weapon if this happens or if that happens. So, for example, if fighters will be deployed or if long-range artillery will be given to Ukraine. And this kind of blackmailing, started not today and not even on the 24th of February when the full-scale invasion occurred. This kind of blackmailing started years ago. Let me remind you how this guy over here reacted to Crimea annexation back in 2014, which is more than 8 years ago. So Putin occupied Crimea, and what he told us? Hey folks, hey Ukrainians, I love you, don't worry, let Crimea be in Russian hands and Putin will stop there. He will be pleased and he will not go further. And we know what happened afterwards. And we see what is happening now. And this full-scale invasion is a result of that tolerance to Mr. Putin's threats. And as Kevin mentioned in his first video that I'm referring to, that is called Warning, the war in Ukraine is turning the world nuclear. More and more countries considering nuclear weapon as an ultimate defense. By the way, I really like that video. It is quite balanced in general and I encourage you to watch it. And why this is happening? Because Ukraine, the only country in the world that gave its nuclear arsenal away ever, by the way, under significant pressure from the United States, in exchange of a safe guarantee by Russia, you're supposed to laugh here probably, the United States and United Kingdom, and this country was abandoned by the guarantors, was abandoned when it was attacked. Hey folks, Ukrainians, don't worry, right? Crimea will be in Russian hands and Putin will stop there. Everything will be fine. So after that, you can be sure that no other country will get rid of nuclear weapon ever again. Ever again. Because they saw what is happening, because they see what is happening with Ukraine. And by the way, this guy got a Nobel Prize back in 2009 and just to invite nuclear war threats to the whole world several years later. What an irony. Yeah, and back to the video, Kevin finished this video with the warning that the world order might be destroyed. But hey, it's already happened. The world order is already destroyed. And by the way, it was destroyed partially due to this guy over here, who was the president of the United States at this time. The second video I'm referring to states that Biden could provoke nuclear war by providing Ukraine with a long-range artillery. And honestly, this is what Russia and Putin wants you to believe. And it was for a long time very, very nice thing to believe. Because you can just do nothing. You can just say, hey, nobody wants nuclear war, right? Do you want nuclear war? Do I want nuclear war? No, nobody wants nuclear war. Let's give whatever the blackmailer wants and do nothing. And this is what politics love to do, right? Pretending that they solve the problem and do nothing. And make everybody believe that they solved the problem. But then our children's or the next generation or maybe even earlier, like in this case, like 8 years later, we have to deal with all of these problems. And by the way, we will talk about such cases later on this channel, so if you don't want to miss other discussions, click subscribe down below. So, no, it's not Biden that can cause a World War III. Not the US, not United Kingdom, not Europe. It is only Putin and Russia. If he wants to start the World War III, then sanctions will not stop him, but the Ukraine could. And that's why Ukraine needs the long-range artillery, other weapon to stand against Russian army. This is the only chance. Not to try to please Putin, but to supply Ukrainians who are willing to fight and stop this terrorist country from expanding the chaos by any cost. Believe in Ukraine, support Ukraine. See you next time.